I'm sick and tired of your fucking shit.
Hello, welcome to the stream tonight. We're going to be finishing up a Raytraced scene that I've been working on for a while and I'm wanting to finish. A while ago on stream, I did some work on this Monte Carlo path tracer. So this is going to be the base for the Raytraced scene. So it already has all the code we need to do the path tracing and realistic lighting. So this is actually a scene I made a while ago. I'm actually using it as a desktop background, which is why I want to do a better version of it now that I'm better at path tracing and I have some better code. So basically it's just 4 crystals on pillars, almost like a museum exhibit with light shining down on each of them. So it actually shouldn't take that long to program. This should be a pretty short stream, but we'll see. Sometimes I get carried away with the streams. So let's get into it. Alright, here we go. Shadertoy also made the font a bit different. I don't know if I want to change the size, make it easier to read. That might be good for people, especially if anyone's watching on mobile. It doesn't really affect me much. I'm good with either. The other thing is I'm messing with a new lighting setup, and I have a light shining right in my eyes right now. So I think I'm going to need to change this. I've somehow managed to set it up downstairs at my gaming PC that the light is really good and bright, but it somehow doesn't really affect my eyes. I don't know if it's because this light is too close. It's probably because it's too close. But anyways, I'm just going to deal with it for now. Alright. So I don't know if I have... No, so I don't have any other path trace shader, so I'm going to create a new shader for this. So bear with me. I'm just gonna copy all of this code over. This is why it's a template, because it gives something super easy to start with. If you want to do a path traced scene, the Shadertoy has this buffer system. It lets you control what buffers are fed into each other. So I just need to set this up so it works properly with the code. Alright, here we go. So I think I'm not going to do any important sampling for this because there's 4 lights. It's probably going to be a view distance of like 10. 5 bounces might be okay, but I might increase it to like 8 or something. We'll see. Let's just run this. There we go. It starts off with the same scene as before, just less bright because there's no important sampling. Alright, so what am I going to name this? Crystal Exhibit. Path Traced. Is that how you spell exhibit? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm going to put on some music. I might also get a beer. Alright, I think all the audio's good. So we'll delete that. We'll save our new path traced, ray traced, ray mark. Alright, there we go. That's our starting point. So if we go down here, we've got our scene code. I think the only thing I'm going to keep is this floor code. Maybe the ceiling. No, actually, because the ceiling will have holes in it for the lights. That's the difficult part with the ceiling, is I don't know if I want to ray trace. I think I'm actually just going to do light parts of the ceiling like this. So I'm not going to do any of this wall material stuff. Copy that. So this creates a floor at -1, and the floor is pointing upwards on the Y. And then the material is a all diffuse non-metallic material that's completely opaque. Alright, so I guess I don't know if I want walls on this, because you may not even be able to see the walls, but I guess I should do walls. Just so in actually, since I'm trying to copy this exactly, I had marble type walls. I believe what I actually used was, because it was a scene on Shadertoy, I believe I used this lichen and made it look like marbles, but I want to do this completely procedural. So I think I'm still going to do that. So I'll do the floor and the ceiling first with the lights. I'm going to comment out all this other stuff because I don't think I need it at the beginning. Actually, I'm going to use this wall mat macro. Makes things easy. Alright, so now I'm going to want this light emission in 2 spots. Damn, this R2 point sampling is actually really nice. Alright, so now I need to make 4 of these. Each in different spots. I don't know, I guess I'll do it with mirroring. So basically to this position that I feed in, I might also want to make this bigger, just so that it's way more. Ah, that's probably too much. Maybe 0.5. So it's 1 across, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, so if I want to make 4 of these, what I can do here is do abs minus however far I want them to be apart. 1 second. I'm also trying some new stuff with the lighting with this, so it's kind of bugging out, but it's doing alright. Alright, so I think I want them, yeah, to be 2 apart. Then we do another absolute value. There we go. So that's, I think, actually too far apart. Maybe I'll try 1 apart. Yeah, that's good. And that's actually converging really nicely for completely random path tracing. Okay, so now I'm going to do the walls. I'm thinking actually, because I want this to be a completely closed box. Why am I doing this with ray planes? Actually, I think I can just do... I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I should have done this with the other scene as well. But do... ray box inside the box, because this ray box function works with internal tracing as well. So wait, what are the arguments for this? Position, extension. Position's going to be at 0. Extent will be 4, 1 up. 4 across, 1 up. I think I'll do it equal on the length and height. Alright, and then I do the material code. I'll just do wall mat to begin with the light emission. Unterminated macro. Oh, wrong character. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that before. That's way easier. That's actually too bright. Alright, so now I need to check actually where the ray is. So hit position equals ray position plus ray direction times distance. If the y is bigger than 0.99, then it's the ceiling. And it'll do the light emission here. Okay, so that should put the lights on the ceiling, yep. They're pretty bright though. I think I messed up. .5 minus. Oh, I'm not supposed to minus here, I don't think. It almost looks like these aren't square. Let me check. Oh no, they're square. It's just the screen distortion, I think. Alright. I think that's good. Alright, so now I need to do the marble walls. Oh, actually, if I should do a different floor as well. The gray seems kind of wrong. I don't know what... I just did a plain gray floor for the original one, so maybe I should just stick to it. Alright, do the marble walls. It pisses me off this auto indent isn't exactly correct. Alright, if bigger than 0.99. Marble walls. Alright. So how am I going to do this marble shading? It was almost a bluish... It was like green marble almost. So I think I'll probably... I'm not sure if a Voronoi would be the best here. I'm going to try different things. So first of all, I need to change the material around a bunch. Let me try and get the color right. It's like greenish blue. So for some reason... Oh, that's supposed to be 4. Oh wait. This is supposed to be 4. There we go. So that is an incorrect green. It also needs to be a little bit specular or metallic. Not sure how much, and I'm not sure how rough. See, I think in the old Path Tracer, it had incorrect reflections, so it made the roughness really hard to judge. So I'm just going to kind of do what looks best. Also need to do a specular color now. So the diffuse is going to have the main color, and the specular is going to be a bit more white, or a lot more white. So I almost want to say this was like the roughness, because you could kind of see the reflections, but not smoothly. Just like that. The view distance is kind of running out over there. I guess that doesn't really matter though. Let me see what this would look like 100% metallic. Okay, that's good. Now I just need to do this marble pattern, get the coloring better. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to lerp between 2 colors here to build the pattern. So I'm going to have some scalar and use that to lerp between. So I don't know if I want to lerp between a lighter color. We'll try that first. I don't know what I want to call it. Just going to call it sum because that's what it's going to be. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to try the easiest thing that's just a whole bunch of sine and cosine waves. I'm going to create a lot of patterns with sine and cosine waves. Well, you can create any pattern actually if you look at the Fourier transform. But yeah, just gonna do some different frequency waves. Okay, so I'm actually gonna need to detect the wall's normal. This is actually converging really well. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to need to detect the wall's normal, I think, to do the texturing properly. Unless I do it across the X and Z too. PC is going to be text chord, so Y is going to be constant. So it's always going to be the Y, because it's always going to be going up. But like on this one, it might be going across the X, and then on this one it might be going across the Z. So I'm going to need to change those based on normal. So I think what I can do is do HPXZ dot times. So dot will multiply them and add them. So then what I can do, so if the normal's pointing out the X, then it'll go across the Z. So actually what I can do here is I can swap the Z and X for the position, and then I should just be able to feed in the normal, which is X S dot X XZ. Alright, so then multiply by the one text chord. So this is going to be the frequency X times X. I'm going to try summing sine and cosine waves. And what we want to do is we want to divide this by the frequency. So the higher frequency it gets, the lower wave strength or total wave value. Oh, and actually this is, yeah. So this is not going to be clamped to 1 either, so I'm going to need to do clamp 0, 1. Yeah, it's really hard to see if there's any pattern there, so I'm going to turn off the metallic. So you can kind of see there that blob pattern. So I may need to increase the frequency a bit. Or alter them a tiny bit. So you can see it repeating along there. It's kind of hard to see because it's path traced. I probably should create a mode for debugging that just outputs the material color. It doesn't output any of the path traced stuff that's noisy. That way you can test materials easier. View non-path traced. Only textured. Alright, so if def unlit, then we're just going to output the lerp between the material, basically what the material color is. So we'll lerp between the specular and diffuse based on the metallic. So that should just visualize the material, make it easy to debug texturing. Yeah, there we go. Ah, yeah, so you can see right here, it's really faint, but there's the white pattern there that's supposed to be our marble. It is not even close to marble at the moment. I'm going to try increasing the strength of this and increasing the frequency. So that's with the strength increased. It's a really bad pattern. I think Voronoi is actually going to be the way to go with this. I have a distorted Voronoi pattern that I think if you overlay, it'll look kind of like marble. Oh, that's really interesting. So that's a lit Voronoi. Huh. It's not quite what I'm looking for, but maybe I'll do something different. Maybe instead of doing a marble wall, I'll do a Voronoi wall. That could work. Alright, so we're going to test this. I'm just going to output the diffuse value of this. So Voronoi, texture chord, 0. Probably need to scale the texture chord by like 100. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's repeating. So what I need to do is go plus 10. It's offset enough. Yeah, that's not repeating. Now what do I do here? I do 10 different points. Ah, okay. And I sum them. Maybe this part that was normally scaled by time. How did I scale that there? Fract time. Oh yeah, so it scales down over time. Alright, we'll try applying that to the normal. Maybe I'll do a different offset, or maybe do multiple. We'll have to try different things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna distort the normal by that. Actually, you know, I actually think it's best to just test in this. Alright, so now I want to apply this Voronoi to the normal. So this is going to be the weird part. I don't know if I'm going to need to recalculate the normal or what here. I think it's going to sample the Voronoi twice with 2 different frequencies. Do this one at like 1.77. So I can calculate the normal from that. So we'll keep that plane, diffuse, and specular, but then we're going to warp the normal by this Voronoi pattern. Alright, so the normal is output here in h.normal.xyz. Let me fix this. It's actually worse, goddamn. Oh, you can actually see the shadow behind me right there. So it's causing it to mess up. So I'm going to need to actually convert back from this. So what we need to do is I'll store it here. I'll do TC equals back to base distance equals Voronoi wall. Minus base distance. This will give us the 2D normal. So actually, I'm wondering if I should do this in 3D. Not sure. Just do it like this to begin. Unterminated macro. Oh, I forgot my parentheses there. So now I need to feed this somehow into the normal. So h.normal.xyz equals so this is where the y is always going to be the same, but we're going to need to swap the x and z. Maybe if I just do normalize xyz plus y times h.normal.z times h.normal.x. Let's see if that works. It's probably too small for a pattern right now. Oh, this also needs to be normalized, I think. So I gotta scale this by like 100 maybe. Oh, there we go. You can actually see there's little distortions in the wall. Oh my god, it's working. So if I set it metallic. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got some texturing on the wall now. Let's try to make it all metallic, see what that looks like. Alright, maybe need to decrease it a little bit. Does seem like a little bit much. Almost seems to be backwards. I feel like it should be negative. Or maybe the y should be the x and z. Yeah, so this is pointing outward. This is pointing inward, which is what I want. So I'm going to look at decreasing the density a little bit. Alright, that looks nice. Still think I need to change around the green of the walls. What would be a better green? There we go. That actually looks really good. Alright, now we need to work on the crystals. Let me look at the walls up close. Nice. Actually looks really good. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink. And you know what? While I go and do that, before I go and do that, I'm gonna fix this camera. Hold on. That's a lot better. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. You know what, let's see what this looks like. The full rendering. Let me zoom in on the wall. I want to see what this looks like. Full view. So yeah, that's kind of a nice pattern. It does look like indented stone walls. Awesome. So now we're going to add the crystals. So that's actually really easy. I remember exactly how I did them. Actually, before we do the crystals, we're going to do the little stands or pedestals right here. But the crystals were actually just mirrored cubes. Mirrored and rotated cubes. Alright. So the little pedestals. I guess I'll just do 4 boxes. I don't know if there's a more efficient way than doing 4 boxes, like maybe ray marking. See, ray marking is actually less efficient though, that's the thing. Alright, so crystal pedestal. Are they pedestals? I don't know. What does a pedestal look like? Spelled pedestal wrong. Yeah, so a pedestal. So I'm just going to do 4 boxes. And I'm not going to put them in bounding sphere. I just thought about putting them in sphere bounds culling, but that would be kind of like ray tracing them twice. It's only really good for ray mark stuff, so I don't know if I should also put this in a for loop. I feel like that might make it less efficient, but I can just type it out by hand. So first of all, I'm going to create the material for the pedestals. I'm going to create a macro for it since I'm going to be doing this 4 times. Macros and macros, they're so useful. So I don't know if I'm going to make them metallic at all. Actually, I don't remember what materials were like. We'll see. Try doing a dark gray first. A kind of light specular. So I'm just going to copy this ray box code because it's exactly the same. Only thing that's different is the size here and the position that's fed in from right here in the macro. So the size is going to be, I think, like 0.2 across, maybe 0.3 tall. I don't know, we'll see. We'll try this now. Pedestal. So this should place a pedestal right in the middle. Yeah, there we go. So we'll place this 4 around. It's 4 of those each under the light. I don't know if I should make it taller or put it close to the ground. Actually, I should probably do this and then make the crystals so that I can size them accordingly. So each of these. Wait, where's the third one? Oh, did that wrong. So there's supposed to be both -1. There we go. So now we got our 4 pedestals for our 4 crystal. It actually looks kind of cool having them float. It's like a surreal. I might just keep them floating. Because you know what, that kind of looks, it's real. Or it looks the opposite of real, it looks. We're just gonna go with it. We are gonna go with it. Alright, so the crystals are gonna be ray marked. I think. Actually, I have a remark. I think this is basically the exact same thing. Oh my god, yeah. So this is like basically the same type of thing. Oh, this is so slow. But you can kind of see it. It's like a crystal. So we're going to recreate this type shape, and we're going to do it a lot better because the path tracer is so much better than this old code I was using. I also think I'm going to change the pedestal material a little bit. Make it darker, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So I don't know, I think I might wall pattern. Alright, so the few things are, god damn it, gonna delete this old code, I think. Actually, I might want some of these distance functions. So the thing is about the crystals is before I was doing pure ray marking, and that relied on having a proper sign distance function, but with this, I don't need a proper sign distance function. I could do that. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know if I'm going to do any of the chromatic separation dithering in this, or if I'm going to do any of the volume. See, the volume would probably be good because it'll give it a appearance of depth to the crystals. I might do one of the crystals with volumes and one of them not. Alright, so I'm going to do a diamond, I think, first, without a volume. So I probably want to use the Raymark Limited for this. That'll do is it'll check if the distance ends up going backwards outside of a certain distance. So here's like how I do it there. Hey, Living Warlock. Hey, Destructor. I make it a little path traced scene. I'm about to put I'm actually getting to the end of them. I'm about to put crystals on these pedestals. This is a scene I did like a long time ago when I first started making path traced scenes. And what I want to do now actually is go through, now that I have a much better path tracer that looks a lot better, converges a lot better, I want to go through to some of my old projects like this Zakum. This might crash my browser, but redo them better. This one is actually insane. I did this one for a contest, and it has like so many different parts. That's why it takes so long to compile here. Maybe it won't compile anymore, actually. I don't want to risk crashing the browser. Anyways, we're going to work on the first crystal now, which is going to be like a diamond. So the distance function for this is basically going to be a signed cube. So this is an unsigned cube right here. So I'm going to need to do the signed function myself. So that's the absolute position minus the extent. So I'm going to have this be, how do I want this to be sized? Do I want this to be rotated? I think actually I might want to rotate this. Rotate. So I want to rotate it so it's like edge pointing up of the cube. I guess I'll do the rotation after I make the cube. So I'm just going to start the simple cube, 0.3 extent. So this is the first part, is getting the absolute distance. Then first we have to do the unsigned. So that is, I believe, min 0, then max p.x, p.y, p.z. So because it does min 0, the value is all below 0, and that's why it does the signed inner distance, and then the unsigned distance is just length max p0. So max 0 makes p only be above 0, and then we do the length of that. So then combined that, we get the whole signed and unsigned distance. Then that gets ray marked here. So now we're gonna add that to our ray tracing. We're gonna do the ray tracing here and do the material code. So it's like a diamond. So ray crystal 1, ray position, ray direction. So now we need to do the material. To begin, I'm just going to do super simple white material just to make sure everything's working. How's the audio? I just switched music. It's a bit loud. Alright, so hopefully that'll draw a cube right in the middle. Rotate, not enough arguments for macro. Oh, yaw, pitch, roll are separate. Oh, there we go. Okay, so no, there's our crystal. It's just a cube to begin. So I'm going to put this over one of the pedestals. And I'm going to rotate it a little bit so its edge is pointing up. Kind of like that. And then what I want to do, I'm actually going to make this a bit smaller. So I don't know if I want to make the pedestals bigger or make this smaller. Probably make it smaller. Oh, and it looks like there's a little marking error right there. It's really interesting. I wonder if that's coming from the limited tracing or the steps. Let's test it. Oh yeah, so it's still getting the marking error here. It could also be from the rotation. Could always be from the rotation. Okay, I'm going to try taking away the culling, the limited part. No, that doesn't fix it. So yeah, it's an issue with the distance function then. That's really interesting. I wonder if I typed this wrong. Let's go to the Bible. Length max D. Max XYZ min 0. No, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so it must either be something with my marking. Let's see if we. So this circle in the middle here is an artifact. It's an error. Something's not right. So we're going to go up to the ray tracing code. And yeah, so I don't know if it's something with the normal calculation right here. If it's something with the epsilon. Try doing S plus distance, but I'm not sure. So that made it different. Oh, so I actually need to subtract from the distance here. Oh, okay. So actually if I do S minus epsilon, there we go, that fixes it. Okay, so I'll do that at both spots, S minus epsilon. Alright, so now I'm going to resize this so it fits on the pedestal properly. I'm going to delete this triangle prism and cloud cube code that was from the last one I did. Change this back to Raymark Limited because this is an optimization. It'll make it run faster. Alright, so now what I want to do to make this look more like a crystal is I don't know how to describe it, but I basically want to mirror it at the half point so that at the middle it gets stretched upwards. It's hard to explain, but let me just do it. So basically what I'll do is right here, before this I do y equals absolute value of the y minus however long I want to stretch it, and then abs again. Oh, so I forgot about the rotation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I forgot that I'm doing the rotation right here. So what I might actually do is, yeah, I might actually have to do this rotation right here. Alright. So we'll do the rotation right here. Do it on the YZ. Am I doing that wrong as well? I think I am. I'm also curious. I'm getting like a black area right here. That's a rendering artifact. I think I'm either rotating it at the wrong part. I'll try rotating it after right here. Oh, Oh yeah, okay. So this is very close to what I'm looking for. Still not exactly what I want though. Even if I push it closer together, won't be right what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go back to doing the rotation the other way. It's a lot faster. I think I can actually do this a different way as well. Because what I actually want to do is, instead of repeating space, I kind of want to stretch it. So it's hard to explain, but like basically repeat the same value on the Y. So I don't know if that's a distortion I can apply. Oh, this is actually still working, yeah. This is actually taking me longer than I thought as well. Probably gonna end the stream soon and use this as, or work on this on my next stream tomorrow or something, whenever that is. It's a warm-up. I love the reflections of these lights. Alright, I want to at least get this first crystal done though. So, how am I going to stretch the space? So it's not mirroring. I think I'm actually going to apply like a linear distortion. So I'm going to mix it between 0 and the Y, based off the Y. Maxing this at 1. Oh yeah, so I do need to do the rotation right here. Oh, that messes up the distance function too. Oh, that's really interesting. I was not expecting that sort of shape. That is actually like a deformed cube. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do a stretched cube then. Alright, and I want to get the cube kind of floating over the pedestal. Yeah, just like that. I still feel like I need to do more than this. What if I also applied a little bit of a distortion? Yeah, that messes things up. I actually don't know what I was going for with this diamond shape. I guess like this with a tri-prism on top is kind of what I was going for. Maybe I should have kept that triangle prism. Yeah, actually, so it's a tri-prism, not like a tri-top. I don't know if I could do a pyramid like that. I wonder, does the Bible have... Does the Bible have a pyramid? It has a cone. It's a hexagon prism. Tri-prism, what I was talking about. Octahedron, this is what I was looking for. But I'm just looking for the top of an octahedron, actually. Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to focus on the material, which is the main thing. So it's going to be mostly transparent. I think it's actually going to have different refractive indexes. We'll see, I'll just try doing a constant refractive index to begin. I should probably also flip the refractive index when it goes inside. And I'm going to make it all metallic. With 0 roughness, I think. See how that looks. Ah, so there's something messed up with it. I'm guessing it's the opacity tracing. That's weird. Metallic 1, opacity 1. Metallic is 1, specular is 1. You can see the reflection in the cube, which is nice. I guess there's still bugs with the ray marking here. Maybe the minus epsilon caused that issue. Ooh, no. Maybe it's supposed to be minus distance. No, that's still not perfect. So it's having issues with the reflective, but not with the diffuse. I wonder if that's something to do with the normal. No, it's almost like it's going into the surface. I wonder if there's an issue with the... something in the distance function. That's always possible. let's check the distance function. If I take away the rotation, does it fix it? If I take away... Yeah, so taking away the rotation does fix it. Ah, yeah, so I have to rotate the normal. I have to rotate the normal to compensate for that. Oh my god, I never realized that. Did I actually like account for that in this first shader? Or did I just write the rotate function? Is search not working or what? Okay, there we go. Oh my god, so this is volumetric. So it doesn't really matter because it was so random. But this cube actually has messed up lighting because of the rotation. Oh shit. So I gotta apply this inverse rotation after this. Oh god, so that's another thing to add here. Maybe I need to redo how this ray marking was done. Not like completely redo how it's done, but make it so that instead of returning right here, it just outputs it to some vector. And then you can apply the rotation there. Man, this is the Succulent mix by Beat Antiques. It's actually sick. Alright, so I'm gonna fix that over here first. You put up, thanks for watching. Holy shit, are you serious? How long has it been like that? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh man. That happened the other day too. I swear I didn't press it. Only like 20 seconds ago. That's so weird. I didn't press any macros. Like I didn't even press the... I didn't even press any of the F keys, which is what I have them binded to. It happened right when you turn the music volume up. Huh. Huh. That's weird. Well, thank you very much for letting me know. That could have been bad if I left it there. Wait, is this licks? Brockhampton, ah. Proof I'm paying a little bit of attention. It's all good, man. It's Saturday night. Still gotta figure out exactly where to park it at. Moses with the pen, each line in notion I can part it at. But that's too deep. Ticket Alright, so now this is actually changed, so it's going to declare a function. So then I can call that function and I can wrap the rotations. Or to do that easier, I can wrap that function in a function that does the rotations. And I gotta redo all these macros now that I'm changing it. Alright, that should be good. Now I'm just it's gonna be a bunch of errors here. Yeah, as I change this around, okay. So now the good news is I probably don't need this proxy function anymore. Let me look at how I call this distance function. Nah, I'm still gonna need the proxy. Okay. So I think I actually can do h as a constant right here. So then I can do Raymark limited Ray try prism SD try prism 16.1. Okay. So now that'll create a ray marking function for the try prism. Now I need to do one for the cloud cube. And then I wrap the rotation, and then I wrap that in this function where I can do the rotation, and then I can account for. So basically what my issue was before is I'm rotating the ray in ray direction here, which rotates the whole space and everything, even where it calculates the normal at the end of this ray marking. And then the issue is that it just returns that normal, even though it's in the warped space. So when it's actually calculating the normal for the rotated cube here, it's completely wrong. So I actually need to do the inverse rotation to bring the normal back into proper world space. So that's why I need to change all of this around. So I'm going to do it with no rotation right here, just to test. What's the error here? Syntax error. Oh yeah, and this is supposed to be s minus epsilon. I have a few changes to make here. So what was that issue with the... Let me check where this is again. Syntax error, semiquote. And then that's Raymark limited. This function, normal function. What am I missing here? And why is it only happening for this one and not this one? I wonder if it's naming it fname here instead of passing through the macro. Could be doing that. This is the thing I hate about macros sometimes, is it doesn't tell me where the errors are. Alright, so I'm just going to do my tried and true method of commenting out code. Oh, it was the semi-quote right at the end of that. Oh, huh. Okay. So now this changes from tri-prism to Raytraced. Whoa, it compiled. I did not think. Oh, so now there's issues. Huh. What issues do we have with this? So let me test this. So this might be the subtracting epsilon here. Let's see. Removing this fixes it. No, that didn't fix it. I do not know what I broke here. Everything should be pretty much the same. How did this break? Let's go and I haven't saved this yet, so let's check the old code. What's making this work properly? Let's check the ray marking code. Is equal RT times epsilon. Minus epsilon. Yeah, it's the same thing there. I wonder if it's the refraction. Oh, it's not returning none. Oh my god, I forgot about that. So at the end of this, it's supposed to do return. No. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so now let's apply the proper rotation. It's crazy how I keep finding things to fix about this. Like, it just never ends. I mean, technically it'll probably never be perfect, but... Okay, so we do our rotation here. We get the result after doing the rotation. Then, if we have a result, so if the hit distance is smaller than view distance, there's a result, or a hit. So then if there's a hit like this, we want to rotate the normal man, so this one is made for the ray position and ray direction. I'm going to need to do one for the normal too.
Yeah, man.
Wait, is there multivariate, variadic, I can't remember how you spell this, variadic macros in GLSL? Can I do multiple macros? Because that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't think that's possible in GLSL.
Let's go.
Alright, so now here we do rotate P, our point being hit.xyz, the normal, and then we want to do the opposite rotation as here, so negative.
I was about to get dark around here.
That's supposed to be float. And now we have our rotated cube, and it actually has proper normals. It actually looks better. Oh my god. So you can actually see, going up to the cube here, you can actually see that the normals are a whole lot better and the lighting is a lot better. If you look at this here, this is the proper version. Let me make sure I didn't go to thanks to watching again. No, I didn't. Okay. So then this is the broken version. If we go and look at that same angle, it's hard to see, but it doesn't have the same defined lines. It's like wrong. See, that's the super interesting thing, is the human brain can't even tell this is wrong just by looking at it. It's only when you look at the math. Alright, I'm so happy with that. So now I can use that same code for right here. So I'm going to copy that over. And actually, let me make sure this is all, make sure I made all the changes here. So S minus epsilon, yep. Alright. So actually I should just copy all of this. Man, I'm paranoid about it going on thanks for watching again. Alright, so now let's do this final crystal properly. Oh wait, did I not save this? Save. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's actually make this a crystal. So we'll declare our raymark function, doing the raymark limited. Alright, so then right here we do our rotation. Basically do the same thing as there. Do a hit. It's ray crystal 1B. Then if it's a hit, hit.w smaller than b distance. Then we rotate the normal to compensate. So negative 0.9, negative 0.8. Alright. There's something wrong. What is it? Macro redefined. Oops. Alright, well, it disappeared, so... Shit, I made it disappear. It's gone. What did I do? I guess. Let's try taking away the rotations. Oh, I'm supposed to return hit here. Oh, it still has an error. Damn. I wonder what that is right there. Let me see if removing the rotation fixes it. Yeah, so removing the rotation fixes it. Maybe I'm supposed to do normalize after this. Maybe it's just running out of bounces there as well. Let me try something. Oh my god, it is just running out of bounces. That's just a case of infinite bounces. Oh my god, so with 100 bounces it fills in right there. That's so interesting. I wonder if that's a glitch with my code or if that's actually just bouncing against the surface 100 times. I don't think so. There's at least a little bit of roughness there, so it shouldn't be. Oh, I think I'm also supposed to be doing these rotations inverted. Oh. Oh, yeah. So I'm actually supposed to flip these around when I do it. So I'm going to need to make this change back in the other code as well. rotation point P. Yes, it works. We have a reflective cube. You know what? Why am I ray marking this? I could just do this with a ray box. I'm an idiot. At least I figured out more stuff wrong with the path tracer tonight. Alright, one sec. Let me just turn on the opacity, see if this actually works now. Yes, it does. Oh wait, no it doesn't. What's happening here? What is happening here? It has sign distance here, so it should be tracing internally. Unless there's something I'm forgetting about opacity being 0. Let me check what I do with the tri-prism here, see if there's anything different. Oh yeah. So I need to do absolute value. So that even though it's signed, it's unsigned. Man, I really should have just done this with a ray box function. I'm actually going to go and do that afterwards. But yeah, here we go. We've got supposed to be our diamond. Right now it's just a see-through box. If I add a little bit of refraction and reflection, it makes it much more visible. So yeah, actually I should be doing internal refraction as well. Oh, so you could kind of still see errors here. Actually, that's not an error, that's just the refraction index not flipping internally. So what happens in real materials is that when the refraction index, light ray goes in one way, that looks like a good refractive cube right there. I'm happy with that. So when a light ray goes in one way, like goes into this glass, it has a outer refractive index that refracts it one way, and then when it leaves the glass on the other end, it has a flipped refraction index that flips the light the other way. So what happens is like in this simulation I have here, when you don't flip that, the light ray never escapes and it has total internal refraction at a certain angle. And that's actually a real property, I believe. Total internal reflection or refraction, I'm not sure. Total internal reflection is a phenomenon that makes water ear surface in a fish tank look like a perfectly silvered mirror. Yeah, so it's an actual feature. I guess it's good that my ray tracer can simulate it. But yeah, good stuff. Alright, we actually made decent progress on the path tracer tonight. Figured out another huge error. I would have been disappointed if I left that error in for much longer. So that's cool. Anyways, I'll be continuing this tomorrow on stream. Gonna do more Borderlands as well, loving that. I'm holding off the engine work for a bit because it's actually such a huge project. Once I go into it, I actually think I might do my first like 24-hour streams. I used to do game jams and do like a 20-hour stream working on a game for a game jam, but what I think I might do is just do super long 24-hour multiple streams working on my engine because I just want to get it done. And that's kind of how I work on stuff, is I just put in huge amounts of time. So we'll see. But I want to finish up this other stuff first. Got any of those archived on YouTube? What, working on the engine? I actually haven't done any engine development yet on stream. And the archives on YouTube are still like a week behind the Game Jam streams. No, I actually did those back on Live Coding TV before I streamed on Twitch. Live Coding, now live. What happened to Live Coding? To livecoding.tv. What happened to livecoding.tv? A disaster happened. They rebranded to Live EDU. So basically, I used to stream on this site, Live Coding. It had a great live programming scene. And then all of a sudden they made the site completely paid. So even if I streamed on the site for free for like 6 months, and it was like a really small community. Like the top streams had like 50 viewers, but it was like small, strong community. All of a sudden I log in one day, need to pay $15 a month to stream. And then not long after that, they did this rebranding to liveedu.tv, made a lot of project changes that made it unusable. They used to have a good community going. Like, it blows my mind how bad they messed up. My Live Coding TV account deletion saga. Lesson 1 on how to kill your project. Yeah, this has gone beyond PR disasters, become an outlier. I've temporarily banned Michael's account until it's resolved. Oh shit. Oh shit. What is this? What is this? First it seems my account was finally deleted. Account was recreated. First, the CEO of Live Coding has again emailed me and has tried to lie. He then went to the Hacker News thread about this and started posting defensive copy-pasted comments telling people they were cowards for not listing their name. Oh shit. Yeah, like, so much bad stuff. Man, it just blows my mind that a company could mess that up that bad. They had a really good thing going on Live Coding. Anyways, that's just like one of the many disappointing things on the internet. You know, shit happens. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream tonight. I love ray tracing. So, gonna do more ray tracing streams. Like, I'm probably gonna do at least once a week. I'm gonna create one of these little scenes. But anyways, I need to finish this crystal exhibit first. Shouldn't be that hard. Oh man. Goddamn OBS, it loves to get the wrong scene. Okay, anyways, that'll be the end of the stream today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we'll keep on talking on Discord if you want.